Hello, my name is Rebecca and I'm one of your teachers. In this unit, you are going to learn how to form questions with the auxiliary verb do in the present simple. It is important that we don't get confused with the verb to do, as they have the same form. Review. As you have learned in a previous unit, the verb to do is an irregular action verb, while the auxiliary verb do acts as a helping verb to indicate that the sentence is negative or interrogative. This is why we call it an auxiliary verb. Let's review the auxiliary verb do in the simple present before we learn how to form questions. In the singular, I do, you do, he does, she does, it does. And in plural, we do, you do, they do. Now let's see some examples of questions with the auxiliary verb do. Do you study English? Do they need a book for this class? Does it snow in Brazil in August? Pay attention to the last example. Remember that when we use does, the main verb will not carry an S at the end. All these examples follow the same structure. You only have to put the auxiliary verb do before the subject. Also, notice that when using the auxiliary verb do or does to ask questions, you must always add the main verb in the infinitive form without to. This rule does not apply to sentences with the verbs to be, to have, or modal verbs which don't need the help of the auxiliary verb do. These verbs work differently. Short answers. Now let's look at how to form short answers to these questions. When the answer to a question with the auxiliary verb do is yes or no, we can reply with a short answer. Let's watch a small clip from the ABBA film of this unit, The Jealous Friend, where Edward and Annie talk about Henry.
Do you know Henry?
Yes, I do. He's a nice guy.
Does he like to windsurf?
Yes, he does. And he likes to sail.
Now let's see a couple of examples from the ABBA film. Do you know Henry? Yes, I do. Does he like to windsurf? Yes, he does. As you can see, when someone asks a yes-no question with the auxiliary verb do, we can simply reply with yes or no plus the subject and do or does. Let's see some more examples. This time, we'll see how to answer in the affirmative and the negative forms. Do they work here? If the answer is affirmative, we would say, yes, they do. We add the subject pronoun they and the auxiliary verb do. Let's see what happens if the answer is negative. No, they don't. In this case, we add the subject pronoun and the auxiliary verb do in the negative form. Let's see a couple more examples. Does she enjoy playing football? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Does it rain in July? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Well, in this class, you have learned how to form questions with the auxiliary verb do in the present simple. Check the rest of the ABBA film to know more about Henry. Now keep on working on this unit to perfectly know how to use its grammar and vocabulary in all the linguistic skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Spend all the time you need in each section to make the most out of it so that you will get excellent results in the final assessment. Keep going, take care, and bye-bye.